Still 2 scars, 2 dens, but that Blackheart map 1 is gonna do a great job at sort of setting the tempo for this series. I mean, again, OMiT Brooklyn has been that big team for so long now that, you know, we do expect them to put up good performances in these cups, but you know, the last time these two teams played, it was OMiT Brooklyn forfeiting that win. So, you know, I assume that there's other outside reasons for that, but, you know, maybe a little bit of confidence heading into this from one Myst. You know, you're hoping to pull off what I would consider early in the season, at least, to be an upset.
For sure. For sure. I'm also, yeah, it's going to be a banger. I'm super stoked for this match. Don't really know anything about one Myst whatsoever. But I do know a fair bit about this OMiT squad, and they put in dirty work the last time we got to cast them. I guess I'm just the update man right now, because on the professional side, the CDL side, Toronto Koi is currently up 1 map to zip on the the Ravens. And Miami Heretics won 3-1 against Boston Breach. For anybody that's trying to keep track or is playing those pick'ems, but getting right into things here, as OMiT Brooklyn are going to be grabbing this initial time. One Myst trying to put in that work, but that's going to be 4 dead in the feed, and OMiT just going to continue to soak this time. Skill starting off at 4-1. I feel like I blinked and this guy had 4 kills. But yeah, just trades back and forth. OMiT trying to just lock this down, and they are doing a great job at that. What is Markle using right now?
Yeah, Carbon. I have not seen this Carbon see use at all in all of BO7 so far. I've seen a little bit of Raiden. I've seen a lot of NPC before it got GA'd, but I have not seen the Carbon yet. It feels like people will do anything but use the Dravik in this game sometimes.
Yeah, it's a pretty ugly gun, the Dravik, I'm not gonna lie. And I also think, like, as the game goes on, everybody wants to have that oh Johnny moment. Actually, I don't think it was oh Johnny. I can't remember who it was, but in that Vanguard season when he pulled out the what was it, the Gav, I think. I can't remember what the gun was called, but essentially he just ran through a major, pulled out a DLC weapon and just ran things. And that's going to be a big 2 from Super. Going to break that point right open. Zerx is going to get on that time. One Myst trying to make a bit of a comeback here, but OMiT Brooklyn sitting at 52 points to one Myst's 12, 40-point lead, and OMiT is going to soak the rest of this time. They also have spawns for new.
Yeah, spawns for new so important on Blackheart. These rotations are leagues away across the map. Look at that P2, P3 rotation and OMiT. They lock both ends of it down very, very well. So I always say this P3 on Blackheart, so difficult to try to break in solely through the front. It feels like you need a little bit of that mid presence. You need a little bit more because that front side just so difficult when you got so many arrows looking at you. But so far, OMiT building this time well. Look at number 7 doing exactly what I said. Sparky looking to try to find that ult route, but Super, that player holding in through mid, will not be able to find that kill. So you have a big attack mounting now if you're one Myst.
Yeah, and it's just getting through the guns of Markle and Skill here, and Skill's going to be able to find one. Markle going to be able to find a couple there. 1v1 4-time, and Wevy is going to win that. And yeah, time once again going over to OMiT Brooklyn, 101-13. These guys are so talented. It's actually absurd.
The way they are playing this map is just incredible right now.
Yeah, it's picture perfect. We're 3 rotations in, and one Myst has just now broken 20 points, which, oh my goodness, skadoosh from Skill with the double nade kill. And OMiT Brooklyn break right back in, allowing one Myst to get to that 21-point mark before taking control once again.
And that's the second double nade we've seen already in this hardpoint. I mean, we saw one to kick it right off. I mean, the way Boyd started this map was with a stem text right to the forehead. So, again, it's a bit of a slow start out of one Myst. It just feels like they've been a step behind on a lot of these rotations. They will lock down an okay amount of time on this P4 to try to get their feet underneath them here. But another 3 dead in the feed will make that very difficult. Zerk's with 2 for time there at the very least, but now heading to this P5, I mean, such an awkward hill a lot of the time. It feels like you really need that P3 control. And we see OMiT, I mean, prioritizing that heavily right now.
Yeah, and you were talking about how P3 is hard to break. This hill is hard to break. You know, you have that sort of mid-alley that you can use, but Wevy's locking that down right now. You have the wall jump, but if somebody's just ironed on that box heady, you're not getting through that. It's hell trying to break this hill, and OMiT Brooklyn is showing you why right now has some super cojones on him as he is challenging that with a sub. Sparky has managed to find one there to break this time open. The matter is, how long is it going to last? His skill comes in, finds a couple, and sends them packing. Just going to continue to soak this time. Skill, challenging with an AR, does run into 2 players. Not going to be able to find those. Sunset, 11 and 15, not a bad stat line, but Skill, 24 and 11, more than double pause. As we are just finishing our first set of rotations here, P2 has popped, and Wevy is looking for it all, manages to find 2, but a bit of a stabilization here for the moment, and that moment is quickly upset by the duo of Super and Skill. Going to find both players that were lurking on time. Sparky going to be able to find that one before getting picked up. 177 to 56 is the current score line. Sunset is going to break on in only for a second, though, as OMiT Brooklyn are just so good at this P1.
Yeah, this P1, I mean, it really does come down to who's got that map control. There's so many avenues. There's 4 ways into that P1, so many awkward angles, so many awkward walls to try to bounce off of, maneuver off of. But it just feels like OMiT, I mean, they are really lasering it down early. Look at Sunset all the way in the back, though. Look at number 1, Skill, already good to go. Clean that up, grab the spawns, is now gets his teammates spawning in on top of him. On the hill, though, Markel will fall, so an opportunity may be mounting through the front here, but with those spawns still claimed, I mean, OMiT looking to maybe even end here. With that temporary contest, though, we'll put that out of reach. So one Myst, I mean, still in the 100-point club right now, going to do their best to fight their way out of it, but OMiT, I mean, are just laying it out there.
This is going to be a tough hill to climb for sure. This P2 to P3 rotation is a long one, but one Myst starting to find some kills, starting to get a little bit of momentum. They can't quite get out of the 100-point club here, but they can get damn close. Wevy firing shots, just laying it out, manages to find a kill with his trophy. And yeah, one Myst is going to soak the rest of this time. Skill going to find a couple in the background. Sunset doing his best to get to this P3. Not going to happen as Skill shuts that down. Currently on a 3 streak. Make it a 4 streak as he finds Boyd. Sparky is going to be able to find one. Zerk's going to be able to find Skill. And they have broken into this time once again. Spawns still in the hand of OMiT Brooklyn for the time being. But Zerk shuts that down as he finds that one in the back. 1 player left in back 10. It's going to be Super going to be able to find that one. Contesting these spawns a little bit. Going to make it hard for one Myst. Have to find this player lurking, and Super's able to do that. Good lord, OMiT Brooklyn are looking sharp, but one Myst, I think this may be the most amount of time I've seen OMiT Brooklyn give up this season so far. Did only see them play 1 hard point, but one Myst is really sort of giving OMiT Brooklyn the biggest run for their money I've seen so far.
Yeah, I mean, you pointed out that last hard point we see OMiT Brooklyn play. That was, I mean, the other team only got 3 points on the board in that one, so a much better performance in comparison out of one Myst. I mean, they've been having a couple of pretty good hills. They found the P3, P4 chain. Issue is this P5 is going to be where things really get decided. OMiT, they're going to break into the P4, though. They want to end it here and now. They want to send us to a map 2 lickety split. Scar, search and destroy up next, but still this map 1, giving it the business. 4 dead should put this map out of reach here as OMiT just to clean it up. A couple more kills. Boy, able to get 1 there on the Markel. If they can flip the spawns, they can maybe send this to a P5, but yeah, this one already a little too late for one Myst. OMiT Brooklyn going to put a couple of finishing touches on this one, but a great map one, all things considered, from both of these sides, but especially OMiT Brooklyn off the break were just lights out.
Yeah, for sure. And, you look at skill, 39 and 20. Kills, not elims, by the way. I don't know how many engagements he took, but that's just absurd. Great map out of OMiT Brooklyn. On the flip side, though, great map out of One Myst, too. They, at points there, I thought they were going to, bring it back and really start to run away with this, but OMiT Brooklyn just able to get those good footholds early and get a nice little lead. Super actually went negative, 21 and 22. So that's something to, if Super starts shooting back a little more, we might see a bit of a different story there. But yeah, that was a banger match.
Now, honestly, I will say, if I had to bet, I would guess that OMiT Brooklyn is a Blackheart team. I would guess they're the team that wanted to go to Blackheart there. Obviously, we don't directly have that info, but I mean, I would be so surprised if they don't find an even bigger opportunity now on Scar. I mean, Scar Search, I think, is one of those map mode combos where you do have that one-sidedness to a certain extent. I think it's really hard to get things going a lot of the time on offense on Scar, in my opinion, especially towards that north side is just not happening. So you got to try to find things through mid, through shop, through motel to try to get involved on the map here if you're the side of One Myst, because, I mean, that map one, they put up a good fight, but that's just not what you need if you want to try to come away with the whole series.
I agree to an extent. I think that not so much with the one-sidedness. Scar, it's a very like standstill map. You get these points in the map where nothing really happens. People are just holding cuts. People are sitting on headies. So that's like very, very common on Scar. But right out the box, we are going to see it hit the fan as we're going to hop on board here with Wevy. Pardon us, the colors are flipped, but Skill is going to get this bomb down super quick and super early. Sparky is going to fall, and this is what I was going to start talking about. If you get that first pick, you pretty much have a free plant on A, as nobody is really going to contest that. Sunset going to be able to find a couple, though, evening this up, making this a 2v2. This is a winnable situation for One Myst for sure. It's just a matter of if Markle can find these shots into Sunset or not. Big shots there. The nade does connect onto him. And, oh my goodness, Wevy with the sniper. I forgot. And now he's just awoken the memory of the last time we saw him on Scar Hardpoint or Scar Search with the sniper. It was electric, and he is not disappointing yet.
Yeah, OMiT Brooklyn definitely struck me as a team that'll take advantage of infinite snipers so well. I mean, especially on a map like Scar. I mean, one of the things that generally ends up being the case on Scar is you got to end up sitting into, standard positionings a lot of the time, it feels like. You got one of your ARs top green, you have one of your ARs top motel, and then your subs get active. It feels like that's how you play a lot of the time on this defense. And we see the sniper sort of filling that top green role right now. Sparky with a great pre-nade there. Will find a first blood for One Myst as they look to get their own first round on the board here.
Yeah, and this is prime territory for One Myst for sure. Wevy is locking things down on this long angle from top green, but Boyd is in a great position. Finds some shots into Skill there. Not going to be able to find the full kill. Markle and Wevy still have yet to die. Oh, Skill gets tagged up. Markle is also going to fall in the background to Sunset. Sunset does have a dirty little angle onto this player, but Skill is going to be able to find Boyd. That is bomb carrier down. Not sure if they're aware of that or not, but Wevy left up in a 1v3. Make it a 1v2 as he hits a nasty quick scope onto that player. Finds some shots with a pistol. Oh my goodness, I thought he had it.
No, I thought that third one was going to, or apologies, it might have been the third or the fourth one. I thought for sure it was going to be a red tag, but man, that one went from very out of reach to Wevy almost pulling it back there. But Sunset now 4-1 for One Myst. Really a big part of the reason they're able to pull that round through.
For sure it was. And yeah, Sunset was doing great work. That opener from Sparky was also massive. Um, but yeah, that was a great round out of one Myst.
Now curious to see how this map develops. I think we see a lot of space being given here towards this A side. Willing to play retake right now, it seems like, is one Myst. Or at least willing to try to play the trap. Is up now towards Top Motel. This is such an awkward situation. Skill gonna find the first of the round on a snipe. Super gets one as well. Markel rips on through and finds the not quite trade onto Zerks, and it's down to Sparky. Spotted on that flank and taken down just as fast. One Myst. Feel like they had their strategy, but it just got ripped through by OMiT Brooklyn.
Yes, yeah, it did. And, you know, one Myst actually had the advantage there for a good chunk of the round. They found an opener onto Webby seconds into the round. Webby fell, and they just weren't able to capitalize on that 3v4. And right now, it's looking like this map is pretty attack-sided, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely surprised. I mean, I think that goes towards a little bit more of what you were saying, where there's a little bit more of that stagnant play. But last round, we saw a big mix-up of that. I mean, essentially foregoing that A side on the defense for the earlier parts of that round. Just not enough speed to get in there, it felt like, from the defense. And it really did, you know, make them pay. Now it's OMiT and the rest on apologies, it's Markel and the rest of OMiT on defense. As Markel towards Top Motel will get ripped down. Webby, though, still with that sniper towards top green, is going to make this so difficult for Boyd.
Yeah, and Boyd has been spotted. No shot taken by Webby. Super, oh my goodness, what a super flank. Finds one, tags into the second. His position is now known, but the damage has been done. Markel going to be able to find a couple of his own onto Sparky and Boyd, and OMiT Brooklyn take our first 2-round lead of the map.
Yeah, that's a huge flank. I believe it was Super. Yeah, Super gets the last one there as well. So big first kill, massive tag, and is able to find the timing onto Zerks. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that in a 4-on-4 flank. The players on the front, the thing I want to highlight there, though, for OMiT, the players on the front end didn't get too aggressive. They let their player work the map. They have so much time to work with in that situation. There isn't even a bomb plant down yet. I love the patience on the front end there out of OMiT Brooklyn. And it's one of the things that makes that round just so much easier. It makes the round easier when you're able to let your flank player cook. You don't give them anything on the front end. You establish those numbers, and then you make to, you know, you look to make that late round happen. As now into round number 5, one Myst really hoping to pull within one here.
Yes, they are. They definitely want to tie this up. Sparky on a bit of a flank, but Markel is going to read it. So is Webby. Super going to be able to find one top green. Finds a second. The third is there for the trade in. Zerk's going to be able to find another. Is this going to be a true 1v4? He is tagged up. Markel does spot him, and Markel puts the hammer down in a true trade. If that had been a 1v1, I don't know who would have won that, but...
Was it a true trade? Man, I missed that. That's that you don't see many of those often, but yeah, awkward finish to that one. Yeah, no, I was gonna say I didn't think he hit a bullet, but I could have been crazy. But no, I mean OMiT now with this big lead, I mean it starts to get into must-win territory for one Myst pretty quick. It feels like so far they haven't quite had the answer. They're gonna hope they find it pretty soon here.
Yeah, it's that first attacking round for one Myst looked fantastic. Webby with the boom stick once again. Skill going to be able to find the opener onto Boyd. Feels like that first round was almost flukish. Markel is going to fall, but Super is going to find one, making this a 3v2. Sparky and Zerks. And Super is going to find another. He is on a barn burner right now. I think he's 8-2.
Yeah, crazy stat line. But I mean, so much of it is off of these flanks. We see one Myst pretty continuously not respecting these to the extent that I think they need to be, especially with the limited information they're working with. Skill, I mean, converts that last one. But like you said, it's been the big play out of Super that has really found OMiT through. 8-3 on the board on an S&D. I mean, I always say it's pretty hard to lose when you've got a player going like that.
Yeah, It is, and on the flip side, Boyd really hasn't gotten activated yet. 1-6 is a tough stat line. 2-5 from Sparky, and Skill is just gonna read Sparky like a book. That was he read him like a coloring book there. Skill is gonna get picked up from Boyd though. Boyd in a great position to play upset. Bomb is down and it's in a awkward spot. Super's gonna be able to find Sunset. Zerx Super just broke Zerx's camera. And Boyd is going to fall an insurmountable task ahead of him, a 1v3 versus the best team in the U18. OMiT Brooklyn take that pretty comfortably.
Yeah, especially after that map 1 where, you know, by no means did they look uncomfortable, but it did get a lot closer than I think they are used to in U18. We see a big adjustment here, another 6-1 search on the day. So, I mean, OMiT, again, look at that scoreboard. No one's negative, and 10-3 as well for Super. I mean, just a fantastic performance on that map too. It feels like they, you know, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was one Myst picking in that Blackheart as their, you know, their pocket pick, their one chance. But it felt like on Scar, OMiT was just moving different.
It really did. And yeah, that was some great play out of OMiT Brooklyn there. One Myst, you know, managed to get around. They had some really good moments, but they couldn't string those together into you know, a map. Coming up, we do have the Den Overload. I'm pretty psyched about that. Overload is quickly becoming one of my favorite game modes to watch. On, once again, going to be your update guy. On the CDL side, Ravens and Koi are tied 1 map apiece, for anybody that's interested. But yeah, we are just waiting for this 3rd map to start. Graf, I gotta ask, we saw OMiT Brooklyn's, you know, we saw their Overload a couple days ago. Do you think it's going to be a different story here, or do you think it's going to be more of the same?
On a map like Den, I think it generally tends to be more of the same. Obviously, not hoping for that for one Myst. I do hope they at least give us what we saw in the last series, which is, you know, a really nice close overload on this Den. But, I mean, OMiT Brooklyn, I believe it was Den that what we saw them on last time might have been Exposure. I apologies, don't remember 100%. Exposure. Yeah, Exposure, they played fantastic. I believe that one ended in at least a near score out, if not a score out. So I think at this point for OMiT, I mean, again, it's a matter of are they able to find those 8 on the board at a certain point? I mean, they've been finding such consistency, not even just throughout this early season, throughout the last years for this OMiT roster. I mean, it's been a long time since they've been knocked off the top, and it looks like one Myst. I mean, they're going to try to do it, but they've already dug themselves a very deep hole.
Yes, they have. I think we are going to throw it to a short break while this lobby gets set up and the map gets started. Stick around. Stay tuned in. We've got 2 more series coming up after this one, and this one isn't done yet. You never know. Could see that map 5 magic. But for now, you're just going to have to look at our awesome graphics, and yeah, we'll see you in a sec.
Welcome back, everyone. Map 3, Den Overload, potentially the final one of this series. If you're one Myst right now, it feels like you've got to get something going quick here on this Overload, but you're spawning weak side, so you do have an opportunity to try to get that comeback on, but you got to keep it within striking distance in this first half.
Yeah, and that's going to be a quick 4 dead for OMiT Brooklyn, and they are just going to...
Wow.
They do indeed. This is a great setup. Webby trying to find some shots, not going to be able to find a kill. No dunk comes in. Sparky going to be able to find a couple. Markle going to find one. Zerks is going to find Webby, leaving Markle up in a 1v4 here. Manages to find a couple, not going to be able to find the third, though. And we might not see this ball fully reset, but it is... No, it fully reset.
And it feels like, okay, I might be crazy, but it feels like they made the reset timer shorter. I don't know if it's just me or what, but it feels like it used to take forever, and now a lot quicker on that regard. But quickly in towards this B-side, once again go OMiT. It's once again Sparky to try to stop him on the goal line. It's a little bit of help from Sunset as well with 2, but Skill getting that +1 kill and getting that first point on the board for OMiT Brooklyn.
Yeah,
still 3.5 to play here in the first half, but it feels like you got to get one soon if you're one Myst.
For sure you do, but really what you're focused on right now is one Myst is not letting them put you in the cycle, and Sunset is going to do his best. He's going to get picked up by Skill. Skill just lurking in this P2 area. He does get picked up. Webby going to be able to find Boyd. Zerks finds Super. Trade just going back and forth. A small amount of control over the EMP goes over to one Myst, but quickly gets shut down by OMiT Brooklyn. Markle just doing his best. Sunset going to be able to find Skill. Webby finds Sunset. Zerks going to be able to find a couple and shut that down. Super left up, trying to block. Manages to find one on no health. Almost finds the second, too.
I would have lost it if they found that kill on the Jaeger. But Skill, again, we see those players slicing through mid. Sparky gonna look to try to get in behind the defense. Almost does it, but Webby able to stand firm and get that kill. Still, Boyd able to clear out Skill. So we sort of settle back to an even game right now. 2.5 minutes to go in this first half. And it's OMiT on top for now. But look at that player deep in the spawn. Spotted out, though, by Super. Unfortunate timing there. That could have turned into a good opportunity. But now it's OMiT Brooklyn looking to build towards this south side of the map.
Yeah, and Webby is going to go on a bit of a route here, taking a bit of a jog around the map, just familiarizing himself. But the attack is on. Those are going to be some massive kills for the side of OMiT Brooklyn, and he is in. The dunk has come in. Oh, I thought he was going to get the kill. I would have gone ballistic.
OMiT get their second on the board. Still the pace, not to the point I expected at least. They are on strong side right now. Still 2 points ahead is a lot, and now starting to establish that cycle. The mid player of Sparky is a great piece, but they need to kill on the cross. They do exactly that, and Sunset able to find Super on that trade as well. So a great defense there. A little bit of desperation out of one Myst, but they make it work now. Attack forming towards this A side. Couple of players in position here for OMiT. They must stand firm to keep this one away. Zerks not able to find anything there. Sparky dropped as well. Look at number 1, Sunset, though. Passes by Webby on the mini-map. They're looking right behind each other, I think. Oh, no, I think Webby's top window. Apologies. Will be able to find that kill. But even still, I mean, OMiT petering out again towards the south side. 1 kill all they need. All of a sudden, they'll rip it down in. The spawn's just so important that you find towards mid there. And one Myst now. Got to be really careful it's not a 4th.
Yeah, you don't want to go down 4-0. You want to get something on the board, or at least stop the OMiT Brooklyn terror that this is. Big shots there at a Boyd to find Skill. Halftime has been reached. Did they get a dunk, or did the...
No, it's a dunk for sure. No, that, I mean, you had an OMiT player that deep in your spawn. You are getting spawned to Timbuktu, and that's what we saw at the end there. I mean, that's exactly what you highlighted in the pre-show. You can't afford to get put in the blender like that. When you have a player in your deep spawn on Den, it causes all kinds of problems, especially for the team spawning P2 side, and that's exactly what we saw. I mean, we saw the chain of that 3rd into the 4th point on the board for OMiT Brooklyn. Now, heading on to strong side, one Myst going to hope to do the exact same, plus a little bit extra if they want to extend this series.
Yeah, one Myst, they're going to have to really put their foot on the gas here and get this rig rolling. And actually, what they first have to do is stop the OMiT rig from rolling. They need an engine malfunction or something here for this OMiT Brooklyn team. And it's not looking too good at the moment. We're just sort of sitting at this 50-50 point, but Super and Skill are going to find a couple. Zerx is going to be able to equalize it, though, on the back end. Skill going to be able to find Sparky. Zerx going to be able to find Webby. Trades back and forth. Zerx is everything right now for One Myst, and he does get picked up. Lots of pressure in this mid area on Den, and Super is coming through. He is the janitor, the cleanup crew. He is tearing things down, but Zerx is going to be able to find him. Big Semtex kill from Markle, getting up into this top window. Such a power position. It's a good way to control spawn. Skill not going to be able to spot that player, and no follow-up kill comes in. So a goal line stand from One Myst with some great positioning. Sparky going to be able to find another as well. And you know, One Myst is doing a great job at sort of keeping OMiT Brooklyn at bay, but they have to go on the offensive sooner rather than later. 3:40 left on the game clock, and we haven't seen this ball even go past the 50-yard mark for One Myst. It has just been OMiT Brooklyn running it down. Boyd going to try and get something done here, but once again gets picked up almost immediately. OMiT Brooklyn is so good at getting eyes on this ball as soon as they pick it up. Sunset in a bit of a tough spot, does get picked up by Skill. Markle going to be able to find a couple in the background. Webby finds the fourth, and Skill is in a great spot to cut these players off from Dragon. Skill going to be able to find one. Sunset doesn't pick up Skill, though. Webby alone here in a 1v3. He gets picked up, but once again, no real movement from their One Myst is not able to move that rock.
Yeah, it's tough. We see a little bit more out of Boyd there in the recent moments, but again, just having an unfortunate map and an unfortunate series, it feels like, for Boyd. But One Myst, I mean, the deficit isn't getting larger, but it's not getting better. And it feels like that's what it needs right now. It needs to get better. Markel on this wrap. Awkward shots will get both regardless after the swap. But yeah, I mean, as the time burns away, OMiT almost have this sealed up already mathematically, but One Myst can still get in there. As long as another point doesn't go on the board for OMiT, that window closes very quickly, though.
Yeah, it does. And like I said, this ball still hasn't crossed the 50-yard mark, and we're 3 minutes into the round. I think it's finally going to get there. Never mind. That player gets picked up. And, yeah, I feel like One Myst has been in their spawn for the last 3 minutes, and there is the extra point for OMiT Brooklyn, making this virtually impossible for One Myst. It's definitely still doable, but they have to win essentially every gunfight from here on out and just put them in the cycle. Speaking of, that's going to be 3 dead. We could see something here as Markle is super out of position, and this may be a dunk on the A point.
Ooh, they kill the player on the cross. Sparky, it felt like, had to get a little bit more involved there. They were all the way in the back. They did block the spawns, but they just didn't peek out early enough to try to cut down the 4 spawners they knew were going to be just crosshairs on that angle. But yeah, I mean, One Myst, they gave it their best attempt. And all things considered, I mean, even looking at the scoreboard, I don't think they played a horrible series. But again, it's OMiT Brooklyn we're talking about, 5-0 up. They close out the series in a sweep, get the brooms out once again, and they confirm their spot in Champs Sunday. I mean, can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah, and OMiT Brooklyn are looking to dust off the trophy case with this one. Looking to make the winner's bracket run and just run away with this one. Zerk's going to be able to find that one onto Super, though. But it's at this point, it is too little too late. No points on the board. 20 seconds remaining. Time starting to dwindle. Skill going to be able to find Sparky. Trades going back and forth. This one is all but shut. Just waiting for the time to run out. Skill going to get an extra dunk just for good measure. And
Yeah.
As this map closes out, OMiT Brooklyn continue their undefeated run, 6-0 in the overload. That was a tough one to watch for sure.
Yeah, I still will stick by what I said. I don't think the scoreboard necessarily conveys how, tumultuous this one was. I think one Myst, especially at that second half start, they were able to stay even, but staying even while on strong side isn't really staying even, as OMiT will clean it up. I mean, look at that scoreboard. Skill, Super, Wevy, and Markel, the classic four, making their impact. They'll meet up against Chicago Shrub tomorrow in Champs Sunday Winners Finals. So be sure to drop a follow for that one. But we got plenty more COD today to go today. Still 2 more matches to go. And we'll be getting some losers bracket action.
Yes, we will. To be quite frank, I'm going to be honest. Winners bracket bores me. Winners bracket bores me. I want the losers bracket. I want the fight or flight instinct to kick in. I want if I don't win this gunfight, I'm going home.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I'm here for. I am so pumped about it. I cannot wait. I don't even know who our next map is, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, our next series on the docket, still undecided who either of the teams will be. So we're going to send it to a bit of a break here. Be sure to drop a follow here as well as on our socials if you want to stay tuned with everything that U18 brings to the table, because we got 2 more to bring to the table still today. So we're going to send it to another quick break. Be sure to stay tuned, though. We'll have another match for you soon.
'Cause I can't wait for you forever. Might pull up in a Porsche. Pop my bullet, bit of portion. Pop my bullet, bit of portion.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Night Flash. I am joined by Graph, as I have been all day. What a beautiful gentleman, am I right? Enough with the compliments. Let's get right down to brass tacks here. We have another banger series coming up for you. It is going to be, I believe it is Team War versus Slain. Saw a little earlier today a bit of Team War struggles. They have made their way through losers bracket. They are now going into what I believe is losers semis, if I'm not mistaken.
Nope. This is like losers.
Losers
This
quarters.
is losers round of 16. We still got a lot to go in this losers bracket.
Sick. All right. Well, it's losers something, but it's Team War versus Slain. You can see our maps on screen. We're starting off with a Colossus, followed up by 2 Scars and then 2 Dens. Colossus really going to be the mix fest in this series for sure. It's where those subs are going to kind of thrive. We're going to see how well those ARs can lock down those longer lanes as well. Getting into the Scar, it's going to be a little more methodical, a little more slow-paced on that search and destroy, and then we have the Scar to follow it up with the Overload, which, as you guys know, Overload has slowly become my favorite game mode in the game, followed closely by Hardpoint or vice versa. That's enough of my yapping. Let's hear from Graph what he thinks. Let's get some pick'em predictions in here.
Yeah, I will say this map set really puts a lot of emphasis on that map 1, in my opinion. I think if you're able to find that map 1 on Colossus, I think obviously Scar very different in search and Overload, especially. At least in my, from what we've seen so far on my end and just the matches I've casted, we have not seen a lot of that, that Scar Overload. It's been mainly exposure, a lot of Den as well. We don't see teams go to that Scar as often. So definitely curious to see what that map 3 brings. But with this Colossus, first and foremost, I mean, it's a bang out a lot of the time. Those early hills are so fast, especially that P1. And then, you settle into those P2s, P4s, you can build a lot of time, but generally this Colossus ends up being a pretty big mix fest. It'll benefit the team who's really coming out quick. So, I mean, hoping to see a little bit more of that out of Team War after what we saw earlier today. But again, I think this is one series that could really go either way.
I completely agree with you. I could not disagree more. I could not agree more. I couldn't disagree less. Real quick though, what are your pick'ems for the series? What do you think? Who's going to take the cake, and what's the map count going to be?
I think it'll be a Team War win. Map count though is where I'm a little bit more stumped. I think it does really depend on how this Colossus goes, but I will say I think it's going to be a 3-1 or 3-0. Hard to say 100% of the time, but that'll be my, I guess I'll settle into a 3-1 to guarantee it. But yeah,
Okay,
that'll be
I was
my
about to call you good man. I was about to call you a fence sitter. I'm going 3-0 Team War. No diss to Slain. But yeah, I'm going 3-0 Team War. Let's see how things shake out here. As I say that, they go 3 down. That is not the start we were looking for, but Slain not really able to grab a lot of time from that as of yet. They are soaking currently. Sorry, I'm kind of getting tripped out by our graphic here. The U18 thing has gone off to Mars, but it is what it is.
Yeah, welcome to what happens when you go from 1440p to 1080p. Unfortunately, we'll get that fixed as soon as we can. But I mean, off the rip so far though.